Hey guys, so tonight's dinner is pan cooked chicken because it's raining out. So we're not going to grill it, although it would taste really good if it was grilled. But these are the boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I got from Publix in the October Publix haul. And I just drizzled some avocado oil and this Italian sun-dried tomato type of blend. I don't even know where I got it from, and I jarred it up. It was in some kind of bag. So apparently after this is gone, I don't have any more, but I'll try to find an alternative if it's good, which I'm pretty sure it is. Anything with sun-dried tomatoes and Italian is good. So I put quite a bit of that on it. There's about 13 chicken thighs in there. I definitely want leftovers, so I'm making a whole bunch. And we're going to have that with the penne alla vodka, which I think I'm finally going to show. I probably talked about it before and hadn't shown it, but that's what's for dinner tonight. Got my pan heating up and water trying to get to its boil. So, yes. So a lot of my chicken is almost done. I still got some more to go. I actually tasted that sun-dried tomato Italian blend that I put on it. It tastes like adobo. Obviously it has a lot of garlic in it, but it's good. And then for the vodka sauce, I put about, although it's not vodka, I'm not putting vodka in it, but it's about a quarter of a stick of butter. And then when that melts, you add diced up onion. So this is half of a medium-sized onion. So I'm going to put that in there. Let me switch hands. Bring that over. Put it in. Wow, it's actually stuck to the board. All right. So tempted to scrape it with my phone, but I'm not going to. So put that in. And let that saute and cook up. Get soft and translucent. Okay. Let me let that simmer a little bit. It'd be nice if I put the fire on. Alright. The pot was still hot from the pasta. Okay, so the onions are translucent right now. And then I'm going to add 1 can of the organic Costco tomato sauce. And of course, the more sauce you want, you obviously just double it. And stir that up. The butter and the onions give it a nice flavor. So a friend of mine, an Italian friend of ours, mine and my husband's, back in New York, she owns a catering company called Family Style, and Long Island. Look her up, Trisha Sella. And she prepares so many dishes for parties, caters a lot of parties, and she also provided waitresses and bartenders, and I used to waitress for her at some of these house parties. And this is her vodka recipe, although there's no vodka in it. But this is the alla vodka recipe, the penne alla vodka recipe that she actually makes in huge, massive amounts for these parties. So she gave it to me, and we love it. And it's so easy. Why buy a jar of it? And then you just add heavy cream until it's like a orangey, pinky color. And then you just let it simmer and heat up, and then you add your pasta back in. She also adds parsley flakes to the top, you know, just to garnish the pasta dish, but I don't have parsley right now. I might actually put some basil on top of the pasta. But that's pretty much it. That's her vodka sauce. So I'm going to let this heat up more, and then I'm going to throw the pasta in and toss it all around. So there is the pasta, and you mix and mix and mix it. And again, just like all sauces with pasta, the starch from the pasta starts to thicken the sauce a little more. So I obviously have this, because this pasta does absorb this sauce. It can dry out if you don't have enough. So I always like to have extra. Make it more saucy. So I'm going to let that simmer. Chicken's almost done. And then I had some fresh broccoli from Sprouts. I had bought this from Sprouts. It was a small haul of just fruits and vegetables. I didn't even bother posting it. But I chopped it up, putting it in the micro steamer. And then I think I'm just going to add some of that Whole Foods garlic butter on top. And that's it. And there it is plated. The penne alla vodka, broccoli with garlic butter, and sun-dried tomato Italian seasoning, pan-cooked, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. That's dinner tonight. Hey guys, tonight's dinner is chicken cutlet. They had chicken cutlet on sale for $1.88 a pound at Sprouts. And I don't like always getting my meat there, but kind of couldn't pass up that offer, and I needed to get some milk, grass-fed milk. So I picked up like 4 packages. This isn't 4. This is actually 2 packages right now. And I cut them thin into cutlets instead of pounding them. And so 2 packages making quite a bit of chicken cutlets. Hey. And so I'm making a whole bunch of chicken cutlets because John requested chicken cutlet Parmesan heroes for a night for dinner. So I will show you that video right now.
All right. You're always asking, what do you want for dinner? Dinner request, right?
Mm-hmm.
See this plate? It's empty. You know what this plate needs on it? It needs a old school big bread. Italian bread. Get a loaf of Italian bread, cut it in half. I want the old school, don't do any, baked chicken cutlet. I want a fried chicken cutlet on the bread with Italian red sauce or gravy sauce with lots of mozzarella cheese and Parmesan. Old school chicken Parmesan hero.
A breaded cutlet?
Plate. Yes, breaded.
Okay.
No bullshit. Other kind of chicken. Breaded.
Okay.
Fried.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Yeah, he wants chicken cutlet heroes. Chicken cutlet Parmesan heroes. So I'm making a whole bunch of chicken cutlets. So we're going to eat some plain today. I have my egg station and my breadcrumbs here. I'm using, where is it? Here we go. Trader Joe's breadcrumbs. I added my Italian seasoning to it. I don't do the flour, just too much. And then I'm frying them in ghee and avocado oil. So here, some of them are done. And then with the cherry tomatoes from the CSA, I am making that penne al fresco, which I will put the link of the video that I did when I made it down below with the mezze penne. And then here's my homemade chicken stock that I have defrosted from the freezer. So that is going to be dinner tonight. Look at that. I made enough chicken to feed an army. But we do love leftovers here. Here is that penne al fresco, the pampered chef dish. I'll post a recipe below the post that I did when I made it. So that is the side. That's the last 3 cutlets. And I made some green beans with some butter and garlic powder. And that's what's for dinner tonight. So tonight's dinner, which is what I like to call diner night, is I take out all the leftovers in the refrigerator and we have a nice little buffet of what's left over to eat. This one actually is the carbonara. I think I might put those in grab and goes because I didn't have any clean ones at the time. But yes, we have the chicken cutlets here, yellow squash casserole, and I think there's some leftover ziti. And then my CSA, I took all my vegetables and chopped them up. These are broccoli leaves, green beans. I got some broccoli, so that's all this is from the CSA. okra, yellow squash, eggplant, and some beets. The beets might take a little longer to cook, but I just put some garlic powder on them and some avocado oil. No salt or pepper. You do that at the plate. And I'm just going to roast the crap out of them at 410. And then, of course, leftovers. I like actually picking at them for lunch and stuff like that. So that is what is for dinner tonight.
Yours is more Italian too. Mm-hmm.
And there's dinner. Sean's out playing, but everyone pretty much has something different. Diner night. All leftovers. That's dinner tonight. So dinner tonight, round number 2. Same day I made the empanaditas, I'm making empanadas with empanaditas. So I had some leftover little wonton wrappers. So I'm doing the cheese and the guava paste, the queso blanco and the guava paste, because John didn't get to try it. And Sean didn't get to try it. So I have a few of those. And then I'm making the big ones with the meat in it. The big Goya ones. So that's for dinner. Probably make a salad. And here's that leftover potato. I gotta name it something. But the potato mixture I made that has the same flavoring and the seasonings as the empanada meat. Probably just have it on the side. And that's dinner tonight. And there's dinner tonight, the empanadas with salad. I'm going ranch today. John's doing some honey mustard.
Do you want a World Series update too?
No. And that's dinner tonight. Hey guys, so dinner tonight is that chicken parmesan my husband requested. Although I'm not making it as a hero. My son Matthew, he had some work done on his 2 front teeth. So can't really bite into anything right now head on. So a nice crusty Italian chicken parm hero definitely wouldn't be good for him. So I didn't want him to miss out. But this is the leftover chicken cutlet from that big batch that I made. This is the 3rd dinner we're getting out of that big batch because the chicken was on sale at Sprouts. So I just put it in the dish. I'm going to add some of my homemade marinara sauce, top it with cheese, throw it in the oven. I think I'm going to sprinkle some parsley from my CSA on top of it. And then to go with it, I made a kale salad. This one has that citrus vinaigrette. It has also, I put in some nutritional yeast, garlic, and tahini. I actually put some tahini in there. Whole Foods makes this garlicky kale. I don't think this is the recipe, but I know they do have tahini and some nutritional yeast in it. So I did that. You can smell the garlic. No vampires will be coming here tonight, although yesterday was Halloween. Anyway, so kale salad. And then instead of the hero bread, I pulled out the bread machine and I'm making this simple traditional bread recipe, the express bake, 58 minutes. So we're actually running out the door. Sean has swim. So that's going to be cooking. I'm going to throw that in the oven when I get back. And then dinner's ready. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do also? I'm going to make myself a spaghetti squash. I think I want some spaghetti squash with the chicken parm and their sauce. This was from the CSA. So I'm going to chop it, de-seed it, drizzle it with some oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, put it head down or face down, open side down in a pan and throw it in the oven with the chicken. And that'll be dinner tonight. So there is the chicken all cheesed out and my spaghetti squash. I cut it in half and I took the seeds out and I put some oil. Oops. Oh, that was my finger. Sorry. I put some oil. I brushed oil in there, olive oil, put a little bit of salt and pepper. And then what I do is I bake it upside down. And so that's going to get covered. That is not going to get covered. And they're going in. Yeah, my bread is still cooking. And my kale is just sitting there marinating. Dinner's going to be good tonight. So the spaghetti squash is ready when it starts to shred really easily with a fork. And it looks like spaghetti strands. Oops, sorry. I think this could get cooked a little more. It takes a while. Let me see. See? Actually, this might be done. Yeah. There you go. It took about an hour. And this was a small one. So yeah, I'm going to shred that up. That'll be my side with the chicken parm. So the spaghetti squash is all out of the shell. And I just put a little bit of garlic butter, that Whole Foods garlic butter in it. And then I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese on it when we're eating. First time I came across spaghetti squash, I'm not sure what it was served with, but a coworker of mine, when I worked in the city, we went to, I don't know if it was a dinner or a lunch. I think it was a lunch, and we went to a cafe called Cafe 44 between 44th and 43rd Street and 10th Avenue, because I worked around there near Port Authority. And I was like, what is that? And then she told me it's spaghetti squash. It's squash, but it looks like spaghetti. And obviously low carbs, because that was the low carbs snack wells, early 90s. So I tried it. I'm like, wow, that's really good. So I think it was just butter and Parmesan cheese she had on hers. So this is garlic butter, and I'll put Parmesan cheese when it's on my plate. But yeah, I'm going to eat that as my side. The bread is done. Oh, let me show you the bread. Chicken's done. Yay. Then I made some broccoli, fresh broccoli, garlic butter in that too. And then the bread is done, and I'm serving it with the garlic butter. And that's dinner tonight. It is plated up. Chicken parmesan. I have spaghetti squash with some garlic butter and a garlicky kale, some citrus vinaigrette, tahini, nutritional yeast, garlic. Yes. And then some homemade bread in the bread machine with some garlic butter on the side. And then John's plate is the chicken parm with broccoli. Kids are going to be eating later. We're eating in shifts today, but that's dinner tonight. So dinner tonight, Trader Joe's pesto filled tortellini. I have chicken that I sliced up thin, and I put that garlic adobo. So my husband's gonna grill that. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a bruschetta with these cherry tomatoes. I have 3 of them from the CSA. And Trader Joe's did it once. They have like a fresh bruschetta, I think. And it was a long time ago. And they would put the little pearl drops of the fresh mozz in it. And it was really good. And then they would serve it on a crostini. So I'm going to chop up these tomatoes or dice them and then make little cubes out of the mozzarella. I have dried basil, olive oil, fresh garlic. I should have done that earlier because the longer it sits, the more flavor it gets. And that'll be something that'll be really tasty on top of the chicken. So, and then for the tortellini, I think I'm just going to do like a cream sauce. Little Alfredo, Parmesan, garlic, butter, cream. Yummy, yummy. So that's dinner tonight. The tortellini is boiling, the chicken is grilling, and I made the bruschetta. So I chopped up, or I halved, those cherry tomatoes. They were really like grape tomatoes. And then I cut the fresh mozzarella into little cubes. And I added fresh garlic with my garlic press. I put a little bit of salt, and I did not have fresh basil, but I had dried basil. So I threw the dried basil in there. Sorry. And then I drizzled it with olive oil. So the olive oil and the moisture from the tomatoes will hydrate the dry basil. Well, that's the plan anyway. Hopefully it does it. But yeah, Trader Joe's made this a long time ago, as a sample. I'm talking about years ago. And I don't know why, you know, you always come across a recipe that you forget. So it just came to me. I remembered it. I'm going to put it on the chicken. I'm going to add the mixed vegetables, veggie blend to the pasta, and then make the Alfredo sauce with that. And there it is. The tortellini with the veggie blend with an Alfredo sauce. Some grilled chicken with the adobo, which is garlic, pretty much. And I made the bruschetta, which is the cherry tomatoes, mozzarella, basil, olive oil, and fresh garlic with a little bit of salt. And I put that on the chicken. And that is dinner tonight. So dinner tonight is going to be white rice, my ancient rice cooker. Love that thing. Love it. With the Trader Joe's Chinese food. So just went to Trader Joe's today. You saw that video. And I'm going to do 1 bag of the orange chicken and 1.5 of the teriyaki. Give a little leftovers. Plus, I think that these go more than this one. This one's my favorite. But the boys all like that one too. And that's what's for dinner. Oh, and I'll think of some vegetable to put with it. But that's what's for dinner tonight. I decided on broccoli for the vegetable. I had some fresh broccoli that I chopped up and put in my micro steamer and then threw it in the dishes. Looks good. And there it is plated. That's the orange chicken with broccoli. John got a little bit of both. Michael got a little bit of both. Enjoy. Guys, so dinner tonight is barbecue chicken mashed potato casserole. I will link the video that I did on it in the description below. This time I actually, I don't know what I did last time, but this was the Trader Joe's boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I threw it in my Ninja crock pot, and I just added barbecue sauce, and I set it, and I left. So it was simmering for several hours. Then what I did, this time, I didn't do this last time, but this time, I used my Pamper Chef chopping shears, and I chopped the chicken up so that they're in smaller pieces. So it's almost like a shepherd's pie, but with barbecue chicken. And then I made the mashed potatoes, and I added a sweet potato and a turnip in it. That might be the turnip. I'm gonna have to mash that better. So I added the turnip in it from the CSA, butter, salt, milk, and I'm gonna layer that on top of the chicken and then put shredded cheddar cheese on top and then bake it until it's all heated throughout and melty. And that is what is for dinner tonight. Look at that. And the orange from the sweet potato really adds to the fall colors. Delicious. And I made some peas. Need some green.
No.
Yes, you do. And there it is. Look at that. Delish. That's dinner tonight. So dinner tonight is turkey tacos. We were so hungry that we actually finished eating, and I forgot that I didn't film it. But I put out cheese, shredded cheese. I had some yellow tomatoes that I chopped up, some lettuce, sour cream. All the bowls are empty. And some salsa. And I had some avocado sliced up on the side. We used the Trader Joe's hard shell tacos. Me and John love those. And then the boys just love the flour tortillas from Costco. And that was dinner tonight. Hey guys, tonight's dinner is chicken thighs that I seasoned with savory spice blend, Hidden Cove lemon garlic blend. Love this blend. I'm gonna have to get more. I'm running low. And I'm gonna make penne alla vodka. So my water is waiting to get to a boil. And we're gonna do penne alla vodka and a vegetable. And that's dinner tonight. And there's dinner. Penne alla vodka. And I did the chicken extra crispy. And I put garlic butter in the broccoli. And I just did some of the sliced bread with butter. And then we have Asiago cheese, Trader Joe's Asiago cheese. But that is dinner tonight. So with the chicken cutlets, I had some zucchini and some eggplant that I still had left over from the CSA that needed to get used. So I chopped them up. I did peel the eggplant. Last time I didn't peel it, and a little tough. So me and John definitely like it better peeled. And then I just drizzled it with some avocado oil and some adobo spice blend. Love the garlic. And now I'm going to stick it in the oven, waiting for it to go up to 405. So I'm going to get that going, and then I have to slice up the chicken to start the chicken cutlets. And then we're going to have it with the Trader Joe's Greek spiral bread. And I think I'm going to throw the spanakopita in there too. So there you go. I made the chicken cutlet. There's the 2 Greek cheese spiral breads from Trader Joe's. The roasted zucchini and eggplant with adobo seasoning. And for the ones that don't eat that, I made some peas and carrots. But the spinach pie is still in there cooking. That's taking a little longer. So we might start eating, and maybe that could be for something else. But here is the boxes. The spanakopita, and then the 3 cheese spiral bread. So that's dinner tonight. There it is plated. Roasted eggplant and zucchini from my CSA with adobo seasoning blend, the cheesy Greek spiral bread from Trader Joe's, and chicken cutlets with panko breadcrumbs, and the spinach pie, the spanakopita, is still in the oven, so I think that might be for another dinner. So dinner tonight is pork cutlets. So I took the pork tenderloin and I sliced it and I pounded it. And I egged it and breaded it and fried it. So I'm sticking it in there. We do have company today. And then in the big pot, I have the arroz con gandules, so the frozen. I just put it in there to warm up. And then before I fried the pork, I fried some of the frozen plátano maduros, the Chiquita brand. And so those are there staying warm. And then I'm going to make a salad, and that's dinner tonight. So for the salad, I'm doing that coleslaw that I got from Trader Joe's, the tahini, pepita, and apricot coleslaw. I forgot I had it. So I love tahini dressing. And then it has pepitas, which are like pumpkin seeds, and little pieces of apricot. That should go really good with the arroz con gandules. Yeah. So at Trader Joe's, when they were sampling it, they put the crunchy fried onions on it. So I'm going to do that too. Give it a little crunchy crunch. Oh, and these fried onions are so good. I love onions. I used to hate onions too when I was little. But I'll only eat them cooked. I don't like them raw. All right. So that's the salad. And I have, everything's ready. Like I said, we have company, so it's just staying warm in there. So there it is plated. The Trader Joe's coleslaw, my arroz con gandules. I got the plátano maduros and a pork cutlet. I actually did put garlic powder in the panko breadcrumbs to give it a little garlicky taste. But that's dinner tonight. Tonight's dinner is spicy sausages with tomatoes and garlic oil, and I'm going to put the white beans in there. I started them whole. So I put those in I had 5 lengths. I put them in whole just to start roasting. They was frozen solid. And then when they thawed, I put the cherry tomatoes in, which I'm going to mash, and I drizzled it with garlic oil. So right now I'm slicing up the sausages, and I'm going to put them back in the oven because I don't think these tomatoes, they're soft. I could probably smash them. And the boys are eating hot dogs. They don't like sausages, so they're going to air fry the hot dogs. And that's dinner tonight. I smashed up the tomatoes and I put in the white beans, and then I opened up this bag from the CSA of sun-dried tomatoes. Nice, look at that. And I'm putting them in. And then I'm going to stick them back in the oven. So there it is. I added the white beans. I added some basil, sun-dried tomatoes, and regular tomatoes. Drizzled it with garlic oil. And then I toasted up some bread with garlic butter. Oops, where'd it go? Yeah, what's left of it. From Whole Foods. And the boys are eating their air-fried hot dogs. That's dinner tonight.
There you go, bread.
Is it soft? Oh, wow, it's semi-soft.
Matt, you eating this or not?
That's not good bread. So I attempted to make a sourdough bread.
Delicious.
I left it to rise all night and all day today, and the dough was still hard. So I baked it.
The knife bends.
And it looks like a football. Oh, God. He's going to break the
fine.
knife.
It's fine, though. We're going to try it. Come on.
Okay. All right. And tonight's dinner is
I'll take this piece.
spaghetti
Oh, this is a big piece, damn.
and meatballs.
So cut it again. Yeah, well.
Hey guys, so dinner tonight, I'm making some kind of taco bake. We have some leftover enchilada meat from the beef enchiladas that I made, and it's seasoned the same way. So I'm just warming that up. Let me lower that. I buttered a dish, and then I'm also making white rice. So I'm gonna layer the white rice. Last time I made this, I had that leftover Mexican rice, but I don't have that. So I'm gonna layer the white rice. And I have, back here, a can of refried beans from Trader Joe's. So I'm going to layer the meat on top of that. I'm going to put the beans on top of that. And then a whole bunch of cheese. And we'll serve it with corn chips, the corn tortillas. And that will be dinner tonight. So there is the white rice layer. There's the refried bean layer. I ended up having to use 2 cans, always underestimating the size of my dish. And there is the meat layer. So now we're gonna top it with cheese. I love extra sharp cheddar. But you could always use mild or Monterey. That would be good too. Yay. I have my oven set at 385 because 375 just doesn't work on my oven. Oops. Got some on the floor. All right. Let me pay better attention to this, and then I'm going to stick it in the oven. Goes. So since the rice is still hot and the meat is still hot, basically I'm just waiting for the cheese to get all melty and golden, a little bit golden. And now I'll clean up the mess. There it is, all nice and bubbly. I took out some guac to eat with it. We have some salsa, some sour cream. Cheese is already on top. I think I'm going to make a salad. And that is dinner tonight. There it is, all plated up. Me and John have salads. They call it the colon buster. Cleanser. And these two are the non-greens. Terrible. And that's dinner tonight.